Universal is coming to Europe, probably, maybe not. So rumors say Universal might be coming back to Europe, and some recent announcements seem to indicate something like that. This made many people speculate whether Universal is going to Europe again. There are many rumors floating around. The most realistic one is, will Universal buy PortAventura? If you didn't know, Universal used to own PortAventura back in the day. While Universal didn't build PortAventura, Universal actually bought the park back in the day, and then they created Universal Mediterranean. But Universal has since left the park, and ever since it has changed a lot. They opened a second park called Land, which is like the Walt Disney Studios park of PortAventura, and they still have Universal's characters like Woody Woodpecker and Shrek. Now, what I'm going to say from now on are rumors, and they have not been confirmed. According to Discovery Line, a Spanish YouTuber, Universal is interested in a share of the resort. Many changes can be seen, like the merchandising with big Universal logos. Universal has also made some big moves like trademarks in Spain, such as Universal Halloween Horror Nights, Hollywoodland Universal Studios, but weirdly they have also trademarked a hotel that will be at Epic Universe in Orlando, which could indicate that they are just trademarking to keep their identity worldwide. But according to the Discovery Line, 2023 will be a year of change and transition. Apparently PortAventura needs to prove to Universal that they are capable, but there are some major setbacks, like the license PortAventura has with La Liga and Ferrari, which Universal probably doesn't care. PortAventura will also be building a Hard Rock, which Universal does collab with Hard Rock, mainly with the Hard Rock Hotel and Café, but PortAventura already has some great attractions except for Stampida and some awesome hotels. So, Universal could buy PortAventura, but they could also not buy it. There is a potential that Universal would not own the resort outright, but rather manage it under a license or acquire a partial ownership, much like Universal Studios in Singapore. However, it remains to be seen what happens to PortAventura. Do you think Universal will buy this resort, or do you think PortAventura will stay independent? Now guys, I would highly encourage you to click that subscribe button if you wanna see more theme park or Disney content. Then let's ask the question, will Universal build a brand new park from the ground up? Universal once planned for a resort in Germany that was quite different, including some very cool attractions that never happened. There were also many other plans in other locations. The problem always seems to be the same. Either they have a problem with the local government or Universal's parent company. And Comcast doesn't seem to have a bright future ahead, especially when it comes to Peacock, their streaming service, which isn't doing well apparently, and with their competitors T-Mobile expanding. But could Universal build a ground-up park at the same level as Universal Studios in Orlando? Well, it could happen. I have no sources on this, and this is just a speculation. A new Universal park in Europe would have to be ambitious. The continent is already saturated with awesome theme parks. Universal would have to compete. So much so that I think they would need to use more their IP to attract visitors. A Wizarding World or Super Nintendo World remains to be seen, if Universal is able to build those under the license that they have. An indoor Jurassic World land with the new Beijing ride would be awesome. A Shrek land with a Puss in Boots Land would also be cool. How to Train Your Dragon Land, and maybe even Harry Potter or Nintendo if they can get the license. But this has not been confirmed, and this is just what I do like to see. Hollywood feels like a thing that is already overdone in Europe, so they would need to do something else, or at a bigger scale, much like Beijing with this massive hotel. Maybe they could build a whole Hollywood land indoors, much like a Studio One. They could also build an indoor water park with many hotels around it. But where would it go? There are some locations I would like to suggest. Know that this is just speculation, guys. I feel like the south of France would be a good place, somewhere near Marseille, or even other parts of France like Lyon. Would Universal go head to head with Disneyland Paris? Well, I doubt that, since there is already Parc Astérix which with a new Universal Park nearby could oversaturate the region. Another place I feel that people are not talking about but could be a great place is the Benelux, especially Belgium. Located near France and Germany, Belgium offers a lot of advantages, so much so that Legoland is building a theme park in the Benelux. But Universal would compete with Wallaby Parks if they build in the Benelux region. Universal once planned to build a theme park in Germany, and that could be good since, like Spain, Germany has a lot of high-speed rail, allowing easy connection with major cities. Germany already has a movie park which is called Movie Park Germany, and I saw some people speculating Universal could buy this park, and while this park offers a lot of stuff, Universal needs to change a lot of things about it, which could be expensive, and they would need to remove a lot of the park's history, which might not go well with locals. Austria feels like a country that doesn't have the parks it deserves, other than that big fair in Wien, but other than that, not much. So Universal would be the main park of the country when it comes to theming, and it would appeal to emerging markets nearby, like Croatia for instance. Another good country to build would be Poland. The Polish government is investing a lot in theme parks, especially when it comes to Energylandia, which may soon have the world record for most roller coasters in a park, and if Universal could convince the local government, it would make things a lot easy. Another country which I would like to see maybe is Portugal. Even if they are far away from the rest of Europe, they are still connected via air traffic. Unfortunately, travel via rail to the country is a bit harder, though Portugal is planning to build high-speed rail in the future. Ireland also has a lot of potential. The only downside is that it's not connected via rail to the rest of Europe. There's also the United Kingdom, which has a lot of cool theme parks, which could scare Universal away, like Legoland for instance. However, after Brexit, I don't think Universal will consider the United Kingdom. Did you know that Universal once planned a park in Russia as well, but it was cancelled? That showcases Universal also has an interest in unexplored regions of theme parks in Europe. However, I don't think Universal will build a resort like this, unfortunately. Now, there have been some trademarks thrown around, like Illumination Studios Paris, which many thought would be a park. However, it's a name change for Universal's Illumination's MacGuff Studios, an arm of the company. But Universal has recently made a big announcement. Universal Parks changed its name to Universal Destinations and Experiences, meaning we could get something like Jurassic World Mini Park for instance, or a Halloween Horror Nights thing like they are doing in Las Vegas. This could be a way for Universal to tip their toes onto the European market. Universal said they would focus on popular entertainment experiences Universal brings to fans around the globe. This is why there have been rumors of Universal going to the Philippines as well, maybe even someday to South America. Nah, probably not. Will Universal come to Europe? Well, that remains to be seen. But there are some news that we actually know of for Disneyland Paris and Walt Disney World, which you can learn by clicking either of these two videos on the screen right now.